So I have this travel bucket list in Notion, and it is truly an info dump. It is a brain dump. It is not pretty. It looks like trash. But it has a lot of really valuable information to me. Over the past few years, whenever I wanted to travel somewhere or heard about a place that I thought was cool and I wanted to go to at some point in my life, I literally just dumped it in here. Sometimes, as you can see, it's even like some random buffet, like some random cafe, restaurant, etc. And you know what? It doesn't matter that it looks like trash because at least I got it here. I got it down here. So I highly suggest, like, even if you don't have time to make something look good, start a brain dump for stuff that you're thinking about because then you can actually reference it later. If I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be able to see any of these places. But that being said, let's clean it up a little bit in Notion fashion. So I think I'm gonna add a multi-select over here and call it continent. So let's start with organizing it by continent. So let's go Europe, Asia, North America, South America. I actually don't know exactly which continents are represented in here. It's a fairly long list, but I'm not going to scroll through all of it. So again, okay, Europe, Europe. A lot of them are probably going to be Europe. But anyway, so for the sake of examples, we have a continent column. Moving on, let's also go with what I think would be the most important one over here, and that is priority. Because let's face it, I mean, you only have so many days in a year, so prioritizing this is really going to be important. I don't know why I can't spell this right now. This is bad. So let's add some options over here. So edit property, go to add options. So let's say high, medium, and low. Cool. So I'm just going to do this at random. So you're going to rate them in terms of like how important they are for you. And of course, for me, this is a travel list, but I mean, for other people, maybe these are like concerts you want, maybe artists you want to see. Like, it obviously depends on your hobbies, could be easily transferred to different subjects. Okay. Then I'm going to press these little arrows here and press priority, and I'm going to sort it descending so that I have high at the top. So now it is going to be sorted so that the higher priority, higher ticket places are at the top, then medium, then low. Of course, there's so many different things that you could do. We could also add a column for like price points. We could add a column for like type. Like, as you can see, sometimes I have a city listed, and then sometimes I'll have a country listed, and then sometimes I'll literally just have a random place listed in a country. So let's see if we can further organize this a little bit. So I'm going to add, let's try to do another multi-select, and maybe we'll name this type. And let's edit this property, place, or like, let's say like a place would be like cafe, for example. I even have like a gym in here that like I saw in a video that I thought was cool in Indonesia and stuff. So there's a lot of different stuff in here. Then let's say country, and let's say let's also go with like city. Okay, we can also alter these colors by like doing it like that. Cool. So then, for example, this one could be like that. Cool. And this one could be like that. Another interesting one that would also be good for potential sorting is if you wanted to maybe do one based on difficulty. So obviously some places based on money, but also just logistics and safety are going to be easier to access than others. So maybe you want to put some sort of sort in here for like low lift and difficult. I feel bad to call some of these difficult, but obviously it depends on where you live in the world, and your travel experience, your budget. Some of these places are going to be easier for you to visit than others. If you want to start traveling to these places as quickly as possible, then it would make sense that you would want to sort this such that you have the low lift ones at the top. So you can start on those. So let's add another sort now and press select. And let's go with our, oh, it looks like I actually hadn't renamed it yet, so I'll do that now. But cool. So we now have sorts on for both priority and difficulty. We have tags for like the continent. We have tags for what it is. Obviously, there's still a long way to go here, but if you open these up, you can also take notes in here, and overall, just super helpful.